Merry Christmas. It's only a day or two away, so I thought I'd make this quick greeting for each and every one of our fans at Captain's Quarters Podcast. I hope you have a safe and joyous holiday, spending time with family and loved ones. It is the right time to lay aside your fears and your differences and have a good time and rekindle good friendships and good family relations. I wish each and every one of you the joyous of all seasons, a Merry Christmas, and all the good that comes with the start of the new year for 2026. I wish David and Mandy the best of the time. They've been great partners in this journey we call Captain's Quarters Podcast. And I hope to see each and every one of you in the new year, all of my friends and all of my pirate family. Merry Christmas to all, and enjoy the day.
Mini Mayhem here. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you and yours a happy holidays, a very Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And now, on with the show.
A Visit from Santa, or as we know it, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Written by Dr. Clement C. Moore, who wrote the poem never expecting that he would be famous for it. If he expected to be famous at all as a writer, he thought it would be because of the Hebrew dictionary that he wrote. He was born in 1781 in Chelsea Square, New York, in a large house filled with fireplaces. And he lived there all his life. It was a great big house, and just the kind of house to be living in on a Christmas Eve for stories. One year he wrote this poem, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, to give to his children for a Christmas present. They read it just after they had hung their stockings before one of the big fireplaces in the house. Afterwards, they learned it, sometimes recited it, just as other children learn and recite it now. It was printed in a newspaper. Then magazines picked it up, and after a while it was printed in school readers. Later it was printed by itself. Then it was translated into German and French and other languages, including Braille for blind children. Every Christmas Eve, the young men studying to be ministers at the General Theological Seminary in New York City put a holly wreath around Dr. Moore's picture, which is on the wall of their dining room. But why? Because he gave the ground on which the General Theological Seminary stands? No. Because he wrote a Hebrew dictionary? No. They do it because he is the author of A Visit from St. Nick. And that is the story that I will read now. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by their chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dancer, now Prancer, now Dasher and Vixen, oh Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling of an eye I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, His cheeks were like roses, his nose a big cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stub of a pipe he held in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
It is guest time. There's somebody sitting here. Hi. And this, my friends, is Stephen L. Sears. The best part about this whole thing more than anything else is he's been on the show before. He is a native of St. Augustine. The first time he was on the show, he was a stream in from LA, or that foreign land. And this week he happens to be in town. So we welcome Steve to the show.
Thank you muchly.
Hi, and we're glad to have you here. Look, we never even get flawed.
I will correct one thing, though.
What's that?
Not a native of St. Augustine.
Oh, that's right.
A military brat.
Yep.
We traveled all over every 3 years. And one of our stations was here in St. Augustine. I was halfway through the third grade, so I was at R.B. Hunt because my dad was the Army liaison to the National Guard. And then from there, we transferred out over to Fort Knox, Kentucky. My dad did his Vietnam service. And when we retired, we just said, where do we want to go? And we had fallen in love with this little town. So we came back.
Everybody does. So when you came back, what grade of school were you in then?
I was halfway through 8th grade.
So you did 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
That's right.
And then went to FSU.
I went to U of F first.
F. Oh, okay.
Got my AA there. Did a short 1/4 stint at Florida Atlantic University. Then I went to Florida State. So I tell people I get to hate myself at least once a year.
So we know, Davey, put that one thing that you had back up there. We know that you had a hand in all of these things, TV shows. And the hint that I put out to everybody was that you had been involved in things that probably almost every one of the people that watch our show has been touched by, good or bad. I mean, Xena, Princess Warrior, A-Team, almost appropriate to talk about the A-Team on Memorial Day. But all these other shows that you have had a hand in.
Yeah, I have no idea how it happened. But yeah, I mean, I have been very fortunate in many, many different ways. But I've worked on 2 shows at least that have become a part of our pop culture. One is the A-Team, and the other is Xena.
Yes.
But in between, I would say that I did from A to Xena. But in between there, the shows I worked on, some of them you saw there. My first show was called Riptide. That was Stephen J. Cannell Productions. And I did A-Team, Hardcastle McCormick, Stingray, J.J. Starbuck, Highwayman. We were talking about Sam Jones. Sam's an awesome guy. I worked on that show. What were my other shows? Superboy, Swamp Thing, Jesse Hawks, Walker, Texas Ranger, and then Xena, and then Sheena from the comic book. Yeah, and I never intended for this to happen.
And we should clarify, because some people, if they caught our first show that you were in, which was, I think, 2 years ago now.
Was it? Wow.
I think it's been 2 years. You weren't an actor in these shows.
No. I was a writer.
You were a writer and producer for these shows.
Right.
So you had a hand in the direction of what these shows were going, or at least some hand in it.
Yeah.
So you could control and direct the direction of the show. And so I can say this, your direction made these shows popular and enjoyable to everybody.
I appreciate that. I'm going to jump in and say that As most people know about the film and television business and production, it's a collaborative thing.
It is.
And I have worked with many incredible people, and they make me look great. So when I've produced shows, especially, you know, it is the crew, it is the actors, it is the directors, it's the people that you bring in and get involved with.
The people holding the grips, the lights,
people who
everything.
are moving everything. And I do a whole lecture on where creativity comes from. It's another side thing. But one thing I point out is I say, look, if you're working on production and you're moving cables, you are a creative person because you are contributing to this. And when you see people working on the set who take a pride in what they're doing, you know you're going to have a fantastic show.
And it's very important to understand that and as we talked about pre-show, because you're a member of the Magic Castle, I've been to the Magic Castle. I was a performing magician for way longer than I want to say. But when I did stage shows, the magician is just the guy in the front without the girl. Mad Mitch's Games. And boy, does he look mad in that picture right there. Boy, is that a logo and a half, I'll tell you what. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a good friend of mine, Mitch Mitchell of Mad Mitch's Games. Say hello to everybody.
Ahoy, mates.
Hi. And he's got a tabletop game, and I was under the wrong impression. But this will show that I don't know anything because tabletop, online, I thought they were all the same, but they're not. I've just learned tonight that there's online games and there's tabletop games. See, Daniel, I've learned one thing tonight. One. But I never played tabletop games, but Mitch has a game here, and I'm going to read you a part of one of the things we've done. It's called Avast, Ye Buccaneers and Cutthroats. And I wrote, let's see, where is it here? I didn't write it. It was in an email. And let me just read this off to you because it gives us a good explanation. Avast, Ye Buccaneers and Cutthroats is a cinematic, swashbuckling miniature skirmish war game set during the golden age of piracy, roughly between the years of 1650 and 1730. Although heavily pirated theme, this system can also be used for other similar encounters in the period, such as highwaymen or even rival mercenary factions. That's pretty good. Each player will control a captain or leader, plus other members of his or her crew with their own unique weapons, equipment, and knacks. Quit doing that. During the game, players will move, confront opponents, and attempt to complete objectives to win and be declared the pirate king or queen of this game. Sounds like a fun game to me, actually. And let's start with the most obvious of all questions, Mitch. Why? Why did you decide to do this game?
Because I love pirates and I love war games.
So it is a combination of pirate and war games, correct?
Yes, and it is cinematic pirates. You got assaulted by ducks.
I've been assaulted by ducks and my skeleton here. Yeah. All right. So great logo or great artwork there. So we now know why. The next question probably would be, when does it come available to the public?
July 15th, we will launch on Kickstarter. We'll have a 2-week campaign, and it will be available probably just a few weeks after the campaign ends, after Kickstarter does everything. It is a print. You can buy it as a printed book, and it'll be shipped to you, or you can buy it as a downloaded book, and you can print yourself.
So you can get it either way.
Yes.
And so that would ask the next question, where will people be able to find it?
Well, you will be able to find it, a link through my website, madmitchesgames.com, or you can go to the big store, which is called wargamevault.com, and it will be available there as well. Also through Kickstarter as of the 15th.
So some of you may notice that there's a fourth person staring at us from the screen, and that's Mr. Daniel out in Utah. And when I talk about Daniel, I brag about Daniel being probably an aficionado and the godfather of podcasting, because he's given us some wonderful advice about everything. I may exaggerate it a bit, But with exaggeration comes more advice, right, Daniel?
Yep.
So you found out about our guest today. Mandy let you know. Did you do a little backroom research to find out what was happening here?
Yeah, she showed me a little bit about what's going on. I love tabletop games. Mandy helped me get my house and saw how many boxes of games that were moved to my house. And I have some friends that refuse to move me anymore because of the number of books and role-playing books I have. So yeah. So it's kind of exciting. You've got Warhammer and various other tabletop games, but you don't really have anything for pirates. I have one that I love playing that's Cowboys and Demons, but now this is Pirates, which is very exciting.
So this just brings me the question then, and I'll say hello real quick to Bo. There's Bo. And it is a tabletop game. What does D20 mean?
So D20 is the dice, but looking from the materials, it looks like it's a D6 system. Is that correct?
Yes, it uses multiple D6s.
Multiple D6s.
Yep.
So wait a minute. I think I've just figured something out. D means dice.
Yep.
And the number means the sides.
The number of sides on it. Yep.
Man, I've learned two things tonight. This is great. I'm learning things. Very good. Yeah. Is it going to have miniatures or is it just the rule book?
Miniatures are an option that you can download and print yourself as STL files.
Ooh.
You'd probably be able to order them from some type of STL printer.
So what's an STL file?
Stereographic lithology.
So does that mean then you can use? Is that a file that you use to in a
3D printer?
3D printer. That's what I had graphic printer in my head. So the files give you the chance to build little things that would be like these then.
Yes, not quite that big, but yes.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exciting.
So Daniel, as far as you know, but I'm going to ask Mitch, is this really about the only pirate tabletop game in existence right now?
No, I mean there's other pirate games, but not one that looks like this. I mean, I like the artwork and everything. It was exciting, but I haven't seen anything. Some of it's like side stuff to other game systems, but this one looks like it's just completely devoted to pirates, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
It is, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to get away with this.
Man, that skeleton really wants to get in the middle of this.
He is really...
Seems like he wants to take over the show.
So, Davey, I sent you the video. Were you able to load that in?
So once again, another wonderful celebrity has been so nice to let us talk to them. And heartthrob.
You're so sweet.
The great Catherine Bell.
Hello.
So you've done so many things. The Good Witch, Jag. Those are the two that always pop in my head. So what's your favorite?
Oh my goodness. It's very hard to say because all the shows were so different, but Good Witch, of course, is just lovely, so positive, and people need that. And certainly during COVID, people responded to that show. But I gotta say, I have such a spot in my heart for Jag.
Yeah.
Because it was my first series. It was a huge series. It was a CBS show. We shot on, at Camp Pendleton and shot on aircraft carriers and met, went to DC and met some pretty incredible people and told some pretty great stories. And that was just a fantastic role,
Well, the entire military world is a different world. And when you can do things with them and about them, that's very important.
Exactly.
Because the world needs to know what's going on.
It's true.
They really do. So The Good Witch was always about, there was always lessons and good things with each episode. Did that
did you do that because of that, or did they think you were the perfect person for it?
Well, it's funny because they came to me for the first movie, and I read the script and I loved it. I was surprised that they thought of me for it because I've been on Jag as a very different character.
Yes.
But the producer of Good Wish heard that I'm more like Cassie Nightingale in real life. And I do feel more like Cassie. I think I'm just quite a bit lighter than probably Sarah Mackenzie was. But yeah, so I did that one movie and it did really well. We did another one the next year and another one the next year. And 7 years later, after 7 movies, we turned it into a series.
Fantastic. It's really great when you can do something that goes that long.
It's incredible.
And then all the other cast members are like family.
Yeah, oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. We keep running into each other at these things. I love him. He's just the best.
So all I'm going to say is you live in Florida. I didn't know that, but we don't need to let anybody else know where. We'll leave that alone.
Okay, good.
But have you ever been to St. Augustine?
I have not. I drove nearby there, but I was taking a family member to a doctor thing, so we didn't get to stop. And I've got to go back because it looks beautiful, and now I know that you're there. And
You can come and see me and come to the museum. It is the oldest city in the nation, 1565. So I'll give you some really great history. Not just, 100 years before the British.
Wow. That's cool. I lived in Charleston for a while, which was pretty old, but
Yes, it is.
St. Augustine
Not as old as St. Augustine, though.
Right.
So do you have any projects you're allowed to talk about coming up?
I have one that I am developing that is not sold yet, but it's a really exciting series that I'm super proud of and working hard to get on the air. So,
And that's as much as you can say.
well, I mean, it's based on volunteer firefighters in
Oh, okay.
small town America.
That's cool.
Families, friendships, the bonds, the emergencies.
I think you should do one about a pirate, and I think you'd be a very pretty, wonderfully, lovely female pirate.
That would be fun, actually.
It would be fun.
Really fun.
Do you know how to sword fight?
No, but I could learn.
I'll teach you.
Fun. Okay. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You could be in the movie.
That
Let's
would-
do it.
I could do that too. I'd love that. Well, thank you very much. It's
Thank
been
you.
wonderful to have you allow us to do this.
Absolutely.
So many of the celebrities have been so great.
Yeah.
You're on that list, and I thank you very much. And it's a pleasure. I am a big fan.
I appreciate that.
Thank you
for
very, very
coming
much.
on.
Yeah. Oh, look! Finally, a pretty face on the screen. Hi. This is our good friend, the Pixie Pirate, otherwise known as Nicole Thomas. Was all night.
Hey, you deserve applause.
So the reason we brought Nicole on is because, well, one, we didn't have a guest.
Happens full play.
But two, Nicole is in town for the week. She's living in Las Vegas right now, but we're going to talk about her life and what she's been doing. So we've been friends now. How old are you now?
25.
All right. So we've been friends for 12 years. Because
Yeah,
you started
12 or
when
13,
you,
yeah.
you started when you were 13.
I started
So
really
she
young.
was a member of our pirate crew, a feisty little thing she was, and she learned to sword fight, and she would sword fight. Davey, did you ever sword fight with her?
No.
No. Well, you're probably lucky because she'd have probably outdone you. But she was a member of our crew. She is the daughter of Mr. D, and he's in here watching, and his other half is Robin, and they're watching the show tonight. I saw them on the category over there, so they're watching the show. So we welcome Nicole Thomas, and now she's 25 and an adult and a lovely lady, but she's really on a great career path. So first off,
Cheers.
welcome aboard. And she's a rum drinker and tequila, and probably
Mostly-
some other things.
Mostly tequila. Mostly tequila.
So what year was it you left to go overseas?
I left in 2018, right after graduating high school.
And you
So
went to Austria.
Yeah.
All right.
I went to Austria, which is just south of Germany, for those that don't have a great geographical map.
Well, because they're landlocked, some of our pirates probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, south of Germany, north of Italy,
There you go.
if that helps.
And you went there because you wanted to study to be a chef.
Yeah, so it had been a lifelong dream of mine to always go to Europe and work and study as a pastry chef in Europe ever since I was a little girl. And I was very lucky that I got accepted to a tourism college over there where they trained me how to do hospitality, run my own business, accounting, management, etc., and cooking.
And you learned it all. Look at this.
Yeah.
Amare Gouchon.
Yes,
Did I pronounce it right?
wish on.
Pretty good. So where are you at in that picture? I can't see.
I'm all
Put
the way
that
in the
picture
back.
back up there
I'm like way back in the back by
All right.
the ovens.
by the ovens.
Yeah, I was one of the taller ones, so I was a bit hidden. But that's also me at the school. This was an opportunity I just had in Vegas. It's actually part of what brought me out to Vegas. I got accepted to go do his 10-week program to help hone my skills and learn a little bit more of the French technique. And you might not recognize the name, but he's all over Instagram and TikTok and everywhere. He's the guy that does all the big chocolate sculptures. So he's great. He's phenomenal to watch, and he's such a sweet guy. I think most people don't expect that when they hear chefs, especially when they hear, European chefs or French chefs. But he's like super down to earth. I couldn't have asked for anyone better to help teach me.
And so your career now is pretty much on its way because you're in Vegas working in Komodo.
Yes.
Davey is really good about getting pictures. And, yeah, he's pretty good about that. And you actually have a possibility of another direction, which we're not going to talk about this time because we're going to do an experiment here in just a few minutes. We've told everybody in the crew that are watch the show that from this point forward, we keep our show short. And then what we do is we break back, and then all the people that are in our membership system will be allowed to come in. And then we just have an entire show, however long it will be, with our guest. All right. Look who I'm sitting here with, or kneeling with, as the case may be. And we're about to have a cheer and a toast here. But if you don't know anything about Hocus Pocus, then you don't know these two guys at all, do you? I know my wife is a huge Hocus Pocus fan, so do me a favor, just say, hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
There you go. Very good.
We're coming for you this Halloween.
There we go. She'll love that.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Hocus Pocus stuff in the front yard.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It's when you get it in the backyard, then you really made it. I think because you got so many decorations, you can't keep it all just in the front.
And we've reached that point. In fact, our Halloweens sometimes have been so much we've had to put it on 2 acres of property.
Yeah,
we like
they had
Halloween.
to buy a bigger
I thought
house.
you had it. Yeah.
You know.
I love Halloween, and being a magician, I've always liked Halloween, so that has something to do with it. Well, we're here at Ancient City Con,
Yes,
the
we are.
last day, and this is your first time in St. Augustine, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And when we had a conversation yesterday, we kind of made a tentative agreement that next year you're going to come in and spend an extra day so we can go and tear up the town.
We want
Yes.
the tour with you.
Yes.
We want to meet these taverns. We'd love a tour of the Pirate Museum. And you were sharing with us, your family's been in the area for quite a while.
1780s. So we're going to have some
1780s.
fun. We could even show you at least one good cemetery or two.
Oh,
That'd be good,
yes.
right?
you like that?
We like
Give
to
you
pop up.
PTSD
Just a little
bit?
thing we have. We like to pop up behind tombs.
You got any
You know.
cages that we can get stuck in, or by chance?
I can come up with some.
Okay.
We saw there was a medieval torture. I don't know if it's a museum or what downtown.
There is
Yeah.
a torture museum
Yes.
downtown also. We'll have to take a run of that. You'll enjoy that. So we have some great stuff here in this town, the oldest city in St. Augustine. Captain's Quarters Podcast is proud to be a part of it.
Cool.
And to the two of you, I say, cheers for you.
Cheers.
Smitty.
And I appreciate you allowing us to do this. Thank
Captain
you.
We
William.
appreciate you. Thanks for
Mayhem.
hosting.
There you go.
Mayhem.
Cheers.
Mayhem.
Cheers. That's not apple juice.
Mine are nice.
Woo!
It's iced tea.
Great.
Oh, what a
The rest of the
pirate's
ice.
I like
life,
it.
the pirate's
So-
life, and the pirate's
tasty.
life of me.
Which one is this?
That is Kraken.
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 Okay.
Yeah. So, are you enjoying St. Augustine in this con? It's
Yeah.
smaller than you've probably been to.
You know what though?
We went to the historic downtown
Yeah,
last
we-
night, and we were kind of blown away. It's a magical
Yeah.
little city.
No,
went
we were
past the
just blown
parish.
away because the wind.
Oh, the wind
so
was blowing.
strong.
It's true.
Yeah,
The
it was
pump-
that
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And we feel like we need to explore more, so we have to come back,
You do.
especially because now we have an official
We would love a tour.
pirate.
We would, yeah.
and
You come
history,
back
and your
anytime.
family's been
My
in.
family's been here since the 1780s.
This is the roots here.
Let me ask you, since we have you here, we passed the parish, which I believe we saw a sign that was founded in like 1554 or something.
1565.
1565.
1565.
That was incredible.
That's 100 years before the British come here in the 1600s. So everything about the United States starts right here. It's an interesting culture. It's an interesting history. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I love sharing it with people. And one of the fun things is meeting some of the great celebrities of some of our favorite movies that we like, and then inviting them to come back. And some of them have come back.
Yeah.
And we love it. So you're free to come back and hang out with me anytime you
Oh,
like.
Captain, thank you.
It will be
That's
a lot
so
of
nice.
fun. And
These guys are
It'd be fun to do
wonderful.
a
You
day-
guys
spend
have
a day
to
doing a
come and
tour
check this
and
out. Those
film
that
it.
have it.
That'd be fun.
So
Oh yeah,
let's-
we could film that.
Let's ask a question about Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yes.
real quick.
Okay.
You think they're going to do a third one? Are you allowed to say?
What do you think, Larry?
I'm allowed to say it, but I don't think we haven't heard any talk of us being in it yet. I
Yeah.
mean, there's rumors that maybe some of the kids would return. We hope.
Well,
We do. If there's a third one, we'd like to be a part of it.
if there's a third one, we'll strike up the conversation and make sure you're a part of it. How's that sound?
That's what I'm
All right,
talking
because
about.
You know what? If people don't pay attention to a pirate, we're just going to make them walk the plank or keel.
Oh yes.
All right.
And we say, "Come, little children, I'll take you away into the land of enchantment." Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Iron Matey.
Very good.
Hey, what's a pirate's favorite kind of movie?
The ones that are rated R.
R-rated movies. That's right. And what's Billy Joel? What's a pirate's favorite Billy Joel song?
I have
Just
no
the way you are, matey. Okay.
And what do you call a pirate that walks in with a paper towel on his head? It's a pirate with a bounty on his head.
Oh. Well, you heard it
Have you
here
heard
first.
that one before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he hears
He
them
still
all.
laughs. I see it. Yes.
Oh, what's a
Did you give him
pirate's
that little
favorite
gap in
action
his
star?
teeth? Is-
Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. Right. And how much
Come
does a
on.
pirate pay to get his ears pierced?
A
A buccaneer.
buccaneer. Well, we've really done it this time, haven't we,
I think
fellas?
we have. We better
We've
stop now
covered
before
it.
they
They're-
come
they're
down,
back-
huh?
Yeah.
Bad dad pirate jokes are.
You got to save some.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to sign off, but I do want to. You're going to help me sign off because we're going to look at the camera. We're going to say it. Savvy. 1, 2, 3.
Savvy.
Mini Mayhem here with the final joke of the year. How did the pirate pay for his Christmas presents? The answer is with pieces of 8, of course. I bet Mandy Jo wishes she paid me pieces of 8 not to tell that joke.
Navigator Longwood here. I want to wish everyone a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and season's greetings to all my brothers and sisters in the Order of Leviathan, especially my secret Santa. How did you know? A Lord of the Sea Poseidon challenge coin. I collect them. I love these things. Thank you very, very much. And to all of you, I look forward to seeing you the first weekend of March in 2026. A grand adventure awaits us all. Until then, enjoy your holidays.
The Captain's Quarters podcast is always searching the world for history, knowledge, and adventure. It takes a crew to run a podcast, so we would like to take this opportunity to thank those who help keep the podcast going.
The crew: Captain William Mayhem, Navigator Davy Longwood, Cartographer Mandy Jo. Our charities we support: Agla's Acres, St. Augustine Humane Society, and Inc. Investing in Kids. The 3 major charities we support, but always room for more. You too can be part of the crew and support the show in many ways. Go to our Patreon. For a small monthly contribution, become a Powder Monkey, First Mate, or Captain sponsor. Go to YouTube and hit the like and subscribe buttons to join our ranks and support the show. It does take a crew. Thank you.